Make a meal, Subvel. Make a meal. I mean, it depends what you want to do with the with the cheese and what kind of cheese it is. There's just like a not the hydrate. Hang on, like I've got tea. Look at the tea. I've got. Hang on, I've just had a sip of tea. I'll have another, and I put a cool down on the hydrate this time because I had way too much, way too fast. I was bonkers last time. Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? Music kind of reminds me of old school computer game menu screens. It is music from an old school computer game. That track came from a game from the year 2000. And Firestorm. Was that 1999 or was that 2000? I think it was 1999. Oh, this one is a menu. Perfect. Perfect. I'm a nerd for these old games. The Command & Conquer is one of my all-time favorite game series. I don't have, like, ideally for an art stream, you want lo-fi music, you want like lo-fi hip-hop, and I don't have any. I mean, I do, but not stuff that I can stream, and I obviously don't have permission from EA or Frank Lepaki to stream this either, but it's from a game, and it's you tend to be able to stream game music, but I would like something as like a lo-fi replacement that better fits streams. I'll drop the volume on a little bit while we're talking. I'll keep it. We'll keep it a little bit low. We'll have very low music. Let me know how it is, and if there's any track that doesn't quite work, let me know. Want to say hello before heading to bed. Tomorrow's my first day at work after being sick 3 weeks. Oh geez, I'm sorry. Yeah, get some sleep, and hope tomorrow goes well. Why are all the names blue? They were showing different colours on the stream before. Now they've all turned blue. I'll give the Twitch chat a refresh. Good night. I hope you have a good one. Hermit Trainer is still pink. I keep banger music. Absolute banger music. Refresh. Alright, let's see if this fixes it. Also, I entirely forgot, like I didn't realize until after I'd ended the stream, the chat was missing from the overlay on top of the game. Like I just ended the stream and I was like, wait, I was, oops, red. Hang on, Maya, your name is green, but it's yellow on. What is going on with this? Maybe it's just semi-random. Very odd, very odd. Corner Gobbo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Designated colorblind by Chatbox. Yeah, Maya, your name is green, at least on in Twitch on my other window. I don't know if it's different for everyone else, but on stream it's yellow. I guess. Maya's blue. Really? What is going on? I mean, it doesn't really matter at all. Okay. I guess Twitch is just having a funky time. Take care, Loud Cat Owner. Have a good evening. I'm grey, I'm one with the raccoons. Space Cat, you're orange on my Twitch and yellow in the stream. I guess it's just random. Hermit Trainer and Subval are the only ones that are correct. Maybe the API is just wonky. Also, yeah, everyone's yellow now rather than blue. Blue was a better color as like a default. Hello! Give it one last refresh. Hello, Fun! If that pinged, I missed the ping. Appear in chat? Oh, I've got another window thing. Okay. I'm gonna have to move the activity feed closer to the chat so I can properly keep... Hello, Pally! Fun and Pally, welcome! Oh no, what? Pally, why did the actual artist join where like the rank amateur is like, maybe I'll put some pixels together. Hang on, okay. I'm moving windows around. Okay, right, I should better be able to keep track of events because when things go ping... Pally, fuck off. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. Pixel's good. Yeah, if I miss an alert ping, because I can't hear them, let me know. I will try to keep a better eye on activity feed because I almost missed stuff last time as well. Everyone's purple now. Pink, blue, and purple. I like it. If these are the three colors we've got, I like it. Not 7 rats. Welcome, welcome. By flag chat. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Right. So, first things first. I want to apologize for being quite rubbish at chatting last. Oh, you got the emotes. Sweet. Hang on. I'll use the ones I always use. Blah. Jinx, Maya. Yeah, I was a bit rubbish at chatting in the last stream. I was partway through. I started to feel a little bit. I was okay for the most part, but definitely by the end of the stream, I was losing the ability to speak a little bit more than usual. I'm an introvert. I'm not the best at speaking in the first place, but it started to get noticeably worse by the end of the stream, and I felt like I ended the stream a little bit more abruptly than I would have liked. And then that turns out that was the prelude to a really bad winter bug that I was plagued with basically the entire week. So I haven't had a chance to change much here. So unfortunately, the subscribers, I haven't added any further emotes. That's the next. I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow, because I do want to have something as an option for that. We do have like, if you haven't seen. We do have basic, the basic 5. We have custom emotes just for following. We're allowed 5 emotes for following. Hello, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. I've at least got a script. That's the thing with voice acting. I need a script. I can't improv. I'm bad at that. Anyone watches streams, you can tell it's very different. Welcome, Maya. Thank you for following. Yeah, I need to add more emotes. The only other emotes I can add are for subscribers, so I'll be adding a few for that, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Unfortunately, I apologize. I've just been out of commission completely this past week. Mac and cheese toasties. What you putting on them? Welcome, Jesse. Hang on. Which was it? Mouse is in the wrong window. Hey! We got Jesse. Oh, heck yeah! That's awesome, Hermit. Thank you so much for waiting. The small... Alex Ray, who made the little chibi Jesse, gave me 2 other expressions, and I've been meaning to have like animate a GIF so it rotates between the different expressions. I need to get around to that as well. That's on my to-do list. He's so friggin' cute. He's so cute, Jesse. All right. So today, what we're gonna do is I'm not I'm not an artist, everyone. I'm not an artist. I've tried to put things together like pixel art before, and I thought something like this might be quite cute to do for Mitch's birthday. Because Audio Mitch's birthday, his canon birthday, is coming up the 30th, so his birthday's tomorrow. And I've been meaning to do this. I was planning actually to do this in the middle of the week, but because of being ill, I've just not got around to it. And now I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna spend today drawing something, just a cute little thing for Mitch. And I was also planning on streaming today as well, so it just made sense to bung the two together. I probably won't do that much in terms of art streams in the future. I have no idea how well this is going to go. It's probably going to be terrible. It's definitely going to be. It's going to look awful for the first half hour at minimum, at absolute minimum. Probably the entire stream. It'll be something. No, turns into Bob Ross. So that's kind of the plan. No idea how well it's going to go, but we're gonna give it a go. And yeah. So let's jump over. I'm going to keep the music going in the background. It's just going to be quiet. Some of it's going to be. This is actually way too high energy. So there's my hotkeys. And boop. So I've got a couple of his ones that I've made earlier as just like an example sample thing. Oh, I don't have my now playing. There's my now playing. I can keep that on here. Hello, do you want to move? There we go. Some of this music is way too heavy for what we're doing. This is the villain theme. Okay. Some of them fit. It's a lot of background stuff. So here's a few of what I've been able to make before that I've made for people. So the idea of what I'm going for is something kind of Game Boy Color themed, and I found it's helped a lot to have very low resolutions, because that way you can use the pixels to mask the not being able to put any detail in. It's difficult to explain, but when it's higher res, it's more analog. There's more you can do with that, and then that shows there's more that you've done wrong. I'm quite familiar with pixel designs. I've played a lot of like old pixel games. I grew up with a Game Boy. That was like those are my primary games, you know, the Pokemon games. And that's kind of what I'm inspired by here, by having a much more reduced color palette. So this is a cheating one. This is kind of the color palette that I've got in mind, because Game Boy games only had 4 colors in a palette. Posture check. Everyone join in. Thank you. So you have 4 colors in a palette. You've got black. You've got color 1. You've got color 2. And you've got transparent. So I've cheated a little bit, obviously, with black and transparent. The black is like a little bit off black, and the transparent, I usually go with a sort of cream color. It works quite well. And then you have like 2 colors in between. If you look at old Game Boy Color games, that's how it kind of works. You've got transparent, which is just like the background of the Game Boy screen. It's slightly off-white. Color 1, color 2. So for instance, like blue and orange. And then black, which is just one solid color black. The color palettes do change depending on the palette applied to the sprite. But I'm going to mix up the black as well. So because this black is tinted a little bit green. And this is a cheating one. I added in an extra color. This is what I did for one of the bugs on Tumblr. And here's again the proper accurate like color palettes, like restricted specifically to just 4 colors. So you take a little bit of liberty with, so they had like a pendant thing and an earring, and their eye is blue and a sort of grey here, and I turn all of those into either green or transparent just to keep it squashed down, and it makes it feel much more authentically retro. Here is Mia from M's fantastic series, the Broken Shrine series. I obviously there's very few colors. Like there's a lot of colors going on that I can't really work with, so I had to take a lot of liberties with turning her hair purple. If you look at Game Boy Color games, they often did this with bizarre hair colors that were just very like strange in a really cool way. So even though her hair is canonically brown, I went with more of a purple in the reduced color palette version. This I don't think worked quite as well, but you know, I did my best at the time. I think I actually did this entire sprite on laptop, like the tracker pads. And yeah, Obi. I'm happy with how this one came out. Yukochu, welcome. Now the stretch. Thank you for joining us. Artists are like, you know, oh, you draw with a mouse? You don't use a tablet? And I was like, I used a laptop for this. Okay, so I've got my canvas here. I've also brought up 2 references of Mitch. So this was the first ever art I received of Mitch by Ace of Space, who kindly allowed me to use this art, the thumbnails for parts 1 and 2. But also Pally's design for so this was Mitch's redesigned outfit for like series 2 onwards, because I do want to go with, you know, it's his most recent birthday, so I want to go with more of this this outfit. So we've got our canvas here. These have been upscaled to 2560 pixels, but they were originally 36 by 36. I've expanded to 48 by 48 for this because I want it to be zoomed out slightly, so we see a little bit of the upper of the torso. I'm like, the idea is, and this is going to be terrible, the idea roughly is I want to have a sort of like this, one arm down so you don't really see it, and then the other arm kind of going up, and he's sort of like having a wave. It'd probably be like cut off here at the, so this will be at the bottom, and maybe like one hand at the bottom here. That's kind of what I've got in mind. As you can see from this, I'm not an artist. So a lot of the start is going to look really bad. It took a while to get to things like this, and I don't know. This could go terrible. Scribs, welcome. Why are all the cool artists dropping in for this nightmare? Okay. We could probably actually start with this as our sketchy kind of thing. Let's. Okay. So. Bubble, no. No. Okay. That's a taller one. Right, I'm going to expand a little bit. And I kind of like having it not on like point scale when I do this, because that allows me that blurs it together, and so I can like go over it in a much sharper line better. So I think sort of like roughly this might be a good start. I didn't doing recolor and touch. Oh. Okay. So we can keep this for now. I'll grab this cream color. Or already I've messed up by having the doodle and the backgrounds on the same layer. So I'll do this for now. This will be our proper backgrounds, and we'll just drop that out for now. And we'll change that color in a bit. So... drop the opacity a little. So we can have that at the bottom. Yeah. Right, so there's plenty of space above the head. I think that's okay because, you know, he's a short character and also big hair. Let's have a separate layer for next doodle. So the head's kind of about here. Neck's a little bit too long. I have zero training, or obviously don't have any training at all. But I've got no context at all for anatomy, so all of this is going to be dreadful. And as you see from all this, I've only ever done like character busts before. So something with an arm and shoulders is going to be interesting. It's like this, like, oh, it's sort of like roughly this shape is all I've done so far. The arm would go a little bit, be a little bit flatter there, right? Just do the bone so far. There's a bug on the screen, hang on. Bugger off. And I'll do a second layer for the hair. So... he often has a parting around about the middle, and most of his modern art, now he's more settled, has pretty much always had the ponytail. I think we'll go with the ponytail as well. So the ponytail will probably, let's have a slightly different color for the hair. It'd be nice to have the ponytail like over a shoulder. Which side do we part from? I think we'll go with Pally's hair. I think we'll use this as our primary reference for how he holds his hair now. It's kind of like much heavier fringe. Yeah. Something a bit like this. Hang on. Okay. Threw me off by the opacity not quite being right. No. I do my best, but no. I'm staying in my lane. Right, and the expression will probably be just sort of like, I kind of want to do the arrow eyes. Then 1 pixel down, maybe? So, what program is this? This is Paint.net. It's just Paint.net. This is kind of all I really know. Nothing fancy. I'll have the ponytail go a little bit further down, actually. Something kind of like that. Yeah. That kind of works. The more you say you aren't an artist, the more I want to watch Mitch with want to draw. I, I misread that for a second. I thought you like you want to see Mitch draw with crayon. The more I want to draw Mitch with crayon. Oh, oh. Okay, catch you later, Jesse. Friend shapes. Right. I think. I think sort of like, yeah, the arm going like this is, whoops, wrong one. This sort of shape is okay, I think. This one definitely isn't. And like a little bit more that sort of shape maybe? I guess the arm is kind of around, like, this is all I can do. I just sort of like go kind of a bit like this, and I just play with it until it starts looking a little bit not as bad. Arm is definitely a little bit too long there. And then the hand is sort of like, This is kind of the process, and then sometimes it comes out looking fine. So it's going. This is what I mean. It's going to look terrible for ages. It's going to look terrible for ages. And I hear that a lot from basically every single artist. I'm not sure I've come across an artist who's like, oh, I love drawing hands. Some artists are amazing at drawing hands. I'm not sure I've come across any who enjoy it, though. Trust the process. Yeah. Ah, the tea's already getting cold. I've been nattering too much. And then, like, I want, like, a toothy grin, like, kind of lopsided. Obviously, this is dark, and this will be transparent. So, like, you can see the teeth. Something... What are you planning? And I think the arm... That's too much bicep, but you kind of see, I think, what I'm trying to go for, where it's like the arms are a little bit wider, and then they go thinner. That's too thin. And then they go wider a little bit again. Alright? I think. I like drawing hands, really. I mean, fair enough. I'm... Actually, it kind of works a little bit that it's like this part is a little bit thicker because he's got his woolly jumper at this point. He's got his hoodie. I mean, the reward is there. The reward thing is there. We could have him like a little bit down. So we see, so like this part is below the screen, and then have his left hand here. Once you unlock the secret of drawing good hands, I bet it's fun. I unfortunately have not uncovered that secret. I mean, you do draw amazing. Hands are fun when you have a ref. That makes sense, yeah. That does make sense. So how high up is... Okay, so the neck comes down a little bit here. Okay, so what I've got planned for the colours, I'll change the background, because this is quite green. I think, did we get it from Mitch? From Marco, yeah. Slightly more green to like complement the rest of him. I'll change the background to be more of a cream colour, I think. Let's start from here. That's definitely too saturated. Slightly too purple. Now too green. around about here, and we can change it as we go. And the colours I'm planning for our colour palette, the black will probably be. We'll use this layer for them. The black will probably be like a very, very dark brown, I think. And again, we'll play with these as we go. So that'll work as a good outline that would, I think, complement him. Then a skin tone. What sort of colour do we get? That's a lot more desat than I was looking at for a second. Because like the colour scheme that the Ace of Space basically set up the canon Mitch design with is very reduced, like only a very few colours, and it works so well. So yeah. There's something a little bit, so that'd be like our skin tone-ish. And we also want I guess brown? We best not forget his ears, of course. I was looking and meant to come back to the ears. The ears are... Let's draw this on another layer again, so that goes above the hair. Make that a lot lighter, so it stands out on top. Definitely too pointy, very cat-like. That's a bit better. Something a bit like that? Is that about the right placement? I'll have to play with the ears a lot. What's done with my food? I think I'm going to join with it. Ooh! That'd be fun. Evening, welcome! Welcome. Let's go with a bit more of a green for the ear, just so we can see where they are. Yeah. Yeah, Raccoon ears are usually a little bit more, like, a little bit of the size and definitely smaller and less pointed than, like, cat ears. Right about there. And I guess a sort of brown for the mask and hair. So that would need differentiating from like our black. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer for that. Oh. Hello? Hello? Hang on, why is it not drawing? Oh, because I've got a tiny little bit here. Okay. So that could work as our palette. Perhaps. And like use this as like the mask, the ends of his hands, where like where it's more dense fur. And the hair and ears. Use this as our outline and some areas that are like much darker. So use this as like shadow on the mask, shadow on the hands. And then this is the skin color. And for the jumper, we'll just go with transparent, so we can see through to the background. Which is more of this sort of color than the green here. We'll get rid of this layer completely when we don't need it. Do we need it? We'll get rid of this layer completely. No, the palette was on that layer. Because I didn't plan ahead. There we go. Get rid. It'll stick you on that layer. Lovely. And get rid of that one rogue pixel there. Maybe this ear should be a little bit lower. We're on this layer. That one. Kind of about there, yeah. It feels a bit weird when... because his head's slightly tilted. So they shouldn't be on the same pixel layer. This is kind of what I mean by... I find it easier to draw things pixel style. Because there's... because it's less resolution, less analog. There's fewer pixels on it for you to go wrong on. I'm not saying it's easier to make pixel art than other types of art. It's definitely not. It's not like just one is easier than the other. There's different considerations. It's just I'm used to seeing the way that the pixel art is put together, to the point that I feel like, hey, maybe I can do something with this. Compared to analog art where I've just got no hope at all. If Mitch had 500 strawberries, what would Mitch do? I mean, most would go in the fridge. Like, he enjoys strawberries. They would be a really good treat. He's not much of a hoarder, but things like that, he'd keep the strawberries and like have them share them with a roommate. Do we think this pose kind of looks okay? So this arm is thicker here because this'll be like, I'm having the sleeve of the hoodie rolled down, so this will be bare arm, so it's a little bit thinner. Silly research. Deleted whole line art layers before. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is rolled up sleeve. We make that a little bit. Now he's a little bit too blocky there. That way it feels like he's leaning a bit. So sort of like he's like leaning to a side while he's jumping up. Should he be leaning that way, or should he be leaning to the right? A big poofy tail, absolutely, absolutely will. And then his other hand here. Tail goes swish. I think this kind of works. His hair isn't quite right. I tried eating strawberries straight from the freezer. No. I've actually got some strawberries in. I'll give that a go. That's an interesting call. There's like a fruit ice slushy sort of texture at that point. Maybe we want ponytail cut in like this a little bit. Frozen grapes too. Ooh. Get rid of that so you can see the eye a little bit better. Fill those in. We've kind of got 2 points here. We can have an outline. This is kind of a good time to have like a bit of an outline for the hair as well. I'll use a slightly different color for that. Yeah. Deset that. Oh, that's basically the same. Okay, we'll use that as our hair outline, which is this layer. So, again, this is just very, very rough as we go. Does this hair read as Mitch hair? Take a problem, have a good one. Mitch is not allowed the coffee. No, he tends not to have coffee. Could hang a little lower, so like the end, extend the end of it, or do you mean like the point where the band is should be lower? So like, should this like gap here? Well, not gap, but like where it gets thinner. Should that be lower and just like drag this entire part down? The hair tie be lower so the hair kind of bunches up. Okay. So about here? Maybe around here? That doesn't work. His hair tie usually is blue. Most people end up just happening to draw it as a blue coloured band. With a reduced colour palette, I'll probably just go with black or maybe the skin tone to contrast with the hair. Alex Ray, welcome! Hello, hello! Hope you're doing well. Oh, Alex, if you type colon and then Mitch, you'll get the 5 emotes that you drew. You'll need to follow first, but like because like I said, you can we have like 5 slots for people that follow for custom emotes. If you type colon and then Mitch, all 5 will pop up there. Hang on. Huge thank you so much to Alex for making these way back when the server was first made. Alex is awesome. Yeah. Actually, does it work if colon HH? Okay, you can shorten Mitch to just H, and then type the next few letters of what it is. So like for the high one, like colon HHI. For the happy, colon HHA. Yeah. They are so cute. I think the shortcuts works on Discord as well. If you're in our server, there's a whole bunch more emotes in there because we can add so many in Discord. Welcome, Problem. Thank you for following. Yes, I'm doing my best to try and draw a Mitch for Mitch's birthday tomorrow. I'd been meaning to do this earlier, but I've been ill this week, and I was also planning on streaming today, so I just put the two together and decided to make it a stream. Uh, does this so Scribs? I missed if we said anything else. Does this sort of like bunching up work a little bit? Does this read a bit better as Mitch? I hope. It's tomorrow, yeah. His birthday's the his canon birthday is the 30th of September. He has had cotton candy, and no, he didn't put it in a puddle. He guarded it jealously. All raccoons have that's their canon event. All raccoons share the same canon event. Alex, no, it's not ready for consuming yet. I'm still cooking. I'm still cooking. Let's shorten. Yeah. That looks a little bit better. And that's the second hand. Right. Just gonna finish my tea because it's probably cold now. Yep. Tea, but it's cold now. Also, definitely way too soon to do this, but the thing I thought it might be cool to do is to have the sides maybe be transparent. So like his hand sticks out from the background a bit. So that when posted in things like Discord, like that'll be the regular background. Right. Yeah, yeah. Scribs, I had a big metal tumbler. It was about two cups of tea worth. I had to put like two tea bags in because it just needed more because there's so much more water in there. And for about a year I used that. And with the lid on, it would keep the tea warm for hours. And I used to stream with that next to me, and it was great. But I used it so much for like for quite a while. Even though I was washing it very, very frequently, the buildup of tea stuff, just because of the type of metal, it was too difficult to get out. It worked quite well for a while, but it became really, really difficult to clean. So I've unfortunately gone back to mugs. We extend the hair a little bit. Dramatic villain music. Is there like a... No. Wondering if like if it's like a big swoosh of hair and a big swoosh of hair, and if it shouldn't like round off at the top, like having a sort of divot doesn't quite work, does it? Does it? Does that read a bit more as Mitch? I'll have a part of the outline go like have a bit, show that there's a point here as well. Just to kind of separate the bang here with the background. Mugwarmer. Just end up coming back to plain old mug, yeah. Swooshy tail. Kiwi has made it so that the tail like swooshes left and right behind me as I turn around. I love that detail. Right, so I did change the hair a bit. Do we think this like this divot to try and make it look like there's a oops, there's a swoosh here and a swoosh here? Does that work? Or does it work better with it just sort of like rounded at the top like that? Stretch time. Everyone join in. Ah. Sorry. I'm thinking of going with rounding. I think that kind of works. Probably works the best. The ear layer? Yeah. Oops. And we'll come back to the ears as well. So the way that the ears play with the outline, because they will have to be the main black color. My bones are so cracky here. Thank you for my service. For your service, my back cracked really hard. Yeah, the ears definitely are not placed right once I actually have an outline. So that should be incorporated into the hair like that. Ah, and also, it's not on the same layer. The two ears are still a separate layer. That should kind of work. Mage helping with solve codes. Not give thanks to Alex. Alex is the one that used the reward thing. Okay. Let's outline. I think the ponytail works a bit better here. This feels like it bunches up a bit, which I quite like. And then it so bunches up here, then goes inwards here. And then I guess the band will be around here or so. Hmm? Maybe? Stretch the bane. That kind of reads as like as our modern Mitch with his ponytail. What do you think? Well, take care, Space Cat. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you have a good evening. Something a bit like that. Okay. Let's switch to using our palette colors. Whoops. Ear layer. That's definitely too saturated, isn't it? Let's incorporate the ears into the hair outline, so they're now on the same layer. And I'll play around them as we go. Annie, welcome, welcome. Why are all the cool artists watching me bumble around? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good evening. Did it kind of work with... What was the colour that we had? I'll go back a little bit. More of a purple. What if we tinted it purple instead of brown for the black outline? Oops. So here's our palette. These four. Let's actually jump it over here. There we go. So these are our four colours, and we'll change them as we go. We don't know if it's going to work until as we go along. We'll desat it a little bit because having it kind of grey works quite well with the other colours. Lighten slightly. And what if we up the blue? What if we go with that instead? That's a little bit more interesting, right? Do we think? Obviously this is a temp color and that's a temp color. But whoops. That doesn't work yet because we don't have anything else going yet. Bubble, stop. The hair color doesn't work. Mitch can just have anime protagonist blue. What would it look like if he dyed his hair? What would he dye his hair as? Okay. So next, let's add the skin. Well, skin, kinda, but fuzz. The short fuzz. I mean, he is the short fuzz. He is short and fuzzy. So didn't grab it on the right layer. And a little bit around the top of the arm. And then we have the darker fuzz. Have another layer for that. That goes under the eyes. And this is all very, very rough, and we'll play with it as we go. This is just to see if the colors work. This will be here as well. And on this hand, I'll erase a little bit here, just so we can see a little bit more of the arm and hand. All of this will get a little bit tidied up. Can't promise much, but I'll try to tidy it up. And this will also be kind of the color of the ears as well, so I can get rid of that test green. What layer was it on here? Yeah. What's in the way? You're in the way. Get rid of a few of those. Is Mitch colorblind? Yes, he is completely colorblind. I'm not sure he knows it. So if he's asked what his favorite color is, I think he said his favorite color would be green, because it's the color of like nature and things like that. But it's only by association. I don't think he actually knows that he's colorblind. Mitch is a red panda for Halloween. Yeah, he would do that. I really should do an updated what my characters would go as for Halloween, because they kind of go as the same thing every year. Where's that layer? So here's the problem with 3 colors, because he's always had like a slightly more desaturated hair compared to the arm and mask fluff, which we also actually no, because it's a much closer color in the original art. Oh my gosh, problem! Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Welcome, welcome. Drowsy Star, also welcome. Why are all the really cool artists watching me bumble around? Welcome. Problem, there are currently no emotes for subscribers, only because I've been ill since the last stream, but I will very soon be adding more emotes for subscribers, so those are coming. There will be some, because I'm only allowed 5 emotes for followers, and there are more slots for subscribers, and so I will be filling those pretty soon. Mate, no! Stop! So now I've put these colours in, yeah, the purplish outline does kind of work quite well with the other colours, I think. I don't know if it should be slightly darker, but also slightly grayer. Like maybe slightly less colour. But we can play with it as it goes. And the hoodie will be this colour. Will be the transparent. But yeah, this grey that's just our test colour. So if we replace the hair with the other color, does it work? Let's find out. Hey, this should really be... What am I drawing over? What? Is it that? What's it higher than? It's covering that up. Oh, I was drawing on the wrong layer. That'll be it. Okay, so flood. Yeah. That's why I was getting confused. Okay. So in that case, I did go over some of the outline that I need to fix. Did I? No? Okay. Okay then. Yeah, so now I can draw underneath. Except that needs to be over... No, I'll just scribble out those lines. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then the rest of the hair, let us fill those in. Boop. Drawing on the wrong layer story in my life. You hear it from so many artists. It's just a thing, isn't it? I mean, it's a different kind of art. I can accept it's a form of art, but it's a different sort of thing. It's different. When we say an artist, we usually mean digital art. So what if? Because this ear, they're not. We can play with the colors a bit, but they're not cutting the right silhouette, are they? This is the worst conversation. Now, is this working for his hair color to be the same? I'm not sure it is. Drowsy Star, I shall not. I shall not. We could have a lot more of the outline black in the hair and just use the brown as highlight. Let's try something like that. Wrong layer. Do. Hang on. There we go. So, what was the difference? Hang on. Triage time. Triage time. Let's separate these. So I just want to find the difference between these two. Okay. So just a hang on. No, because I know what you're all gonna say and you're all wrong. Okay, how do I actually do polls? Create a new poll. Know what everyone's gonna say anyway. Is mage not an artist? Do you not want to not disavow from opting out? All right, here's your chance to tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Okay. What we could do is... There we go. So I'll just get rid of everything that is darker. Perfect. And that's how we cut out something from the wrong layer. Right, what was the correct layer we should have been putting it on? I think this. Oops. Oh, it needs its own layer because of how this program works. Yeah, so I can get rid of We can get rid of that layer. Hmm. I did this on the wrong layer as well. Hang on. Hang. Ah. 100% bugger off. Bugger off. Hang on, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Got pizza and now you can't yell at me for not eating. Enjoy your pizza! Pizza and Mitch stream, let's go! Pizza had tomato on it. Yeah, so it's basically a vegetable. I can ask people on Tumblr. Like quintuple negative at some point, I think. I'm not an artist. Like I'm staying in my lane. I'm doing my best to cobble together a few pixels, but I'm not an artist. Posture check. Thank you. Everyone else too? Alright, so, most important thing, one should never ever forget, and I didn't, is save. Oh, I should be sensible about this. I'm gonna be super sensible. And I'll save off screen. So no one sees the secrets. Just because, like, it's just sensible when you're streaming, especially when you're using display capture, which I am. If anyone's ever streaming, be extremely cautious when you're using display capture. There's nothing to show. It's just like, because I've got Discord closed, I've got Firefox closed, I've got Explorer closed, but saving brings up your Explorer, so it's just good internet safety. I've got things like PDFs of tax stuff with my name in the file saved to this computer, so it's just sensible not to okay, and save, and now it is saved, and we'll jump back. Being sensible. Right, what did I draw on this layer that should not have been there? Never mind, it won't show on here because I busted it. Just for like roughly this bit, right? I think. I was putting it on that layer. That's not worth. Start again with that bit. Start again. Yeah, maybe having his hair be a... Yeah, having his hair be the darker outline color. What am I doing wrong every single time? There we go. Maybe this will help. Hmm. Then have this be a lot lighter. I'll sort this out as we go for the ponytail. I am not. I mean, I set up a cool wallpaper. Look at this cool thing. I'm a big Melee fan. Melee's my all-time favorite game. When a program crashes before saving you out. I sort of got into the habit with being in calls with friends, of just saying, you know, save check every now and then. Especially because when I edit with Final Cut, which saves literally every single time you do anything, so you never need to save. It is a constant rolling save. It saves more often than Minecraft does. So do we have... So this is just... Can I isolate this? No. That's just the hair outline. It's definitely too much. It's definitely too much. Watching someone do shadows without drawing the sun in the corner to indicate where the light source is so weird. Is that what people do? Control. Can't imagine my piece of paper crashed it. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? There's just like a glitch in the Matrix and that happens. That's why it looks wrong, because the outline was actually somewhere different, wasn't it? So this one would have the outline be sort of here. Right? Hang on. Hang on. Grab from that layer, go to this layer, pencil, draw... Why? Because of this? I think it's because of that layer. Yeah, because I'm trying to draw over something that's draw under something that's actually is over. I'm having think at the moment, and that's causing me to not say as much. Bear with me. It's just like, I don't want to sum myself up by using a word that I don't think applies, more so than anything. I'd be much happier to accept the term drawer than artist. So how can we fix that? What's on this layer? Nothing. What if we use that as our test bed then? Bump that back up to normal. So now we have this as the hair outline instead. So that's kind of inverted. That sort of shows the shape of the hair. So maybe this works a bit better with his hair being a lot darker with using the brown as highlights. Like these small, tiny 1 pixel highlights should be used a lot more sparingly. I'll try to have them like grouped together as shapes instead. So they actually show something. Because like these dots don't work by themselves. But maybe this color works. So this would be our 4 colors. What D&D class would Mitch play? My first thought was like maybe rogue. Maybe a rogue, like that could fit him. That's already Kay's role though. So if the Bunkshelf characters were playing a D&D session together, and Mitch and Kay were on the same team, Kay would definitely be the rogue. I think Mitch would want to be... He'd be the mage, come on. He'd be the mage. He has to be. Would you consider making pixel art a hobby? Not really, no. No, I do it so very rarely. Like, this is all I've done this year. It's more than I've done any year, to be honest. But it's too difficult for me. It's too much. What's the layer that's on? No, it's here, isn't it? So what if I have like, what if I have a divot for the ear? Because I'm trying to make the ears stand out a bit more. Maybe we need the ear outlines to go further. We could always use the skin fluff color to highlight the ears as well. It's difficult to get the... It's not reading his ears, is it? What layer are the ears on? They're on this layer. That's underneath everything, isn't it? If we take... Yeah, we'll take these and add them to... Yeah, this layer. This layer, and then bung them together. Because now I can play with the shape more. That just looks odd. I'll have to play with that a lot more. Druid. I kind of like that. Druid could be fun. That would kind of fit him. Mage squared. A party of all bards. I mean, a bard character would be difficult for me to set up anyway because I'm not a singer. I can't sing. Mitch with his strawberries. Oh. I kind of don't like that it creates a very square shape. I think maybe because it's in line with, especially this line here. And this goes down with the shape of the side of his head. It doesn't... Hmm. I can't sing. I'm no good at singing. Get rid of that 1 pixel, because that's no good. This... Yep. Okay, that's all the right color underneath. One thing that works quite well with these sorts of like pixel arts, especially on this era, is having a dither. Bit difficult because we need So for the main part of the hair, I do want to have more detail because we need, firstly, this shape for the for one of the bangs, and also the readability of the ears because we don't have readability with what we have right now. But maybe there might be too much here. Maybe for the ponytail, this would be a good place to have a dithering effect. That's definitely too much now. That gives it a bit of depth. Maybe? Might need to play with the shape of the ponytail a bit. Maybe bring it out a little bit more like there. Oops, not that layer. That layer. Oh. And another layer somewhere. That layer. 3 layers. Homebrew time. Mitch's favorite birthday cake flavor. That was a question I think that Dave first asked me like 2 years ago. That was one of the earliest questions I got about Mitch's character. Like, you know, what's his favorite XYZ? Oh, no, that was ice cream, because the ice cream would be Rocky Road. The cake would be, oh god, I can't remember what it's called. I can picture it. Is what we went with for his birthday 2 years ago. That M drew the art for. Let me just actually, I can bring that up in a sec. Boop. Opening Explorer. I can't remember what it's called, but it's similar in theme to Rocky Road, where there's chocolate and there's texture to it. Is the music not showing the right thing, by the way? I'll check that in a sec. Is a bard? No, I'm a mage. I'm a mage. Where is it? Ah, here we go. I'll open that up in Paint as well. Here we go. So this is M's amazing art for part 5 in the background, and this would be his favorite cake. I can't remember what it's called, but it's chocolate. It's got layers, and it's got bit of crunchy texture to it as well with the chocolate on top. This would be his favorite cake. Just something sickeningly sweet. Like he really likes sweet stuff. Like I could not eat barely more than like a bite or two of a cake like this. This is way too much for me, but this is perfect for Mitch. Is the hydrate once per stream? It should have a cooldown every 10 minutes. Is it not showing right now? Unless I set it wrong, so it is 1 per stream. In which case, oops, I'll have to fix that. Speaking of, I will need to get a glass of water shortly. It's past midnight here. Happy birthday, Mitch. Someone's mobile's bugged. Okay. Yeah, I had way too much water all at once last time. I needed a time. I was drowning. S'mores cake? We'll go with that name. It's a good name. If it's slightly different, whatever. Alright, we'll jump back to it. I will take this moment to go and get a drink. Yeah, the picture's not working. How long's that not been working? There we go. We're working now. With me to get cookies. Ooh. All right, quick break. I am gonna get a drink of water, hydration time, and I will be right back. Drop frames from network. When did that happen? Are things okay? Things look okay right now. I must have missed that. Sorry about that. Okay, yes, I will be right back. Wrong hotkey. This is the least art stream music I have. Right, I'm banning Hermit Trainer. No, shut up. No regrets. Okay. And, boop. And boop. So, I've got to do something to fix the ears. Usually, we use this as one as well. The ears are usually lighter on the inside, darker on the outside. It was a little bit different for these. These were kind of like, kind of reminded me slightly of deer ears as well, with the way they were slightly speckled. Very unique for this design. I've needed for so long to bug Ace of Space and be like, can I have another commission from the first person who ever did me fan art. I cried when I first received this. Get rid of that. There are definitely too many layers now. I should tidy these up at some point. That's that one. Good. What if we bring this down a little bit? Trying to make it so it's not so, like, I want it to be wider a bit like that. But it sort of like gets blocky at the bottom and is kind of thin around here. Bubble, welcome! Welcome back. Mitch with crayons, oh my gosh. Bless him. Bless him. Let's need something else to attach to it. Because it's just kind of a shape at the moment. Oops. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But also part of the original idea was, yeah. So it's this sort of bang, and then this part was the background. So we could move... We'll just move, we'll redraw it. That sort of implies a better shape, doesn't it? There's definitely too much, there's too much of it here. I could try and... But the problem is when there are too many dots by themselves, it does start to look odd. I don't like this detail is right next to the ear. Want some separation from the ear so I can figure out how to have the ears show better. Bloody poll. Good night, Kagilia. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you have a good night. Meetings with some friends at 3 AM. Oh my gosh. It's going on the fridge. I'll post it up on the community. I'll make a community post about it on YouTube tomorrow. So it'll appear there for everyone. Higher res versions will probably be on like the Discord and Blue Sky and Tumblr, because YouTube squashes the quality of pictures horrendously. But yeah, it'll be up there. What if the ears were... Can we use some of the skin tone? Whoops. The pain inside, my sympathy, the hate you feel is because of me. No, that starts to feel... That makes the entire thing... Like, it makes the face pull up like that. That colour does not help. Wait, squish? Will wind squish? Do something squish? Also, just realised the colours thing is underneath chat the whole time, and that does not help readability. Sorry about that. It's cookie banging. Do Mitch's ears move with his moods? Absolutely, absolutely they do. They'll like flop down when he's sad. This is all like happy because there's two alts to this. If you've seen Raccoon 5, and the first one is like absolute shock and surprise, so the ears are up for that. But yeah, the ears do sort of go down for sadder moods. I love that as a character thing. Like telling what a character's mood is by their ears. The ears don't match with how the head is tilted. You're right. Yeah, this one needs to move. You are right. Over again. Right. Let's just... Let's fill this in. So, without the ear, that's roughly the head shape. I think. Maybe? We move that around there? Yeah. So this ear would be more that way, right? Posture check. Does his tail do the same? He doesn't. It doesn't wag like a dog, like an Inu sort of character would probably have more of a waggy tail. His is a little bit more stationary, probably a little bit more stationary than mine. But yeah, it'll move a bit, but it's not as indicative of his mood as his ears would be. What a way to round off a Sunday. Aw. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Today's been lovely. Because I've been rough this whole week. Yesterday and especially today have been a lot lovelier. Give me a sec. If Mitch met Maria, I'm pretty sure they would be absolute besties. Like, I think their personalities match too well. Alright, we'll go back up to this layer. So, if this ear were more... Come on. Come on. Are these ones under... Okay. It sort of goes a little bit that way? If it flops like that side? That's definitely too big in here, but... That sort of better positioning? Maybe it works maybe you just need slightly bigger ears for it to show as like... Because now that sticks out a lot more than this in the silhouette. Headcanon, the Gator Boys also exist in Mitch's world and have a much happier life. As like an AU thing. Like... We've talked before about modern AU Gator Boys. Just like stick them in as demi-humans in Mitch's world. Give them let them have a much nicer time of it. They deserve it. That rounds it too much. Nom your ear. Yum. Probably does collect shiny rocks as well. So this one's a little bit like that. And what if this one's... That's definitely too much. There's not too much I can do for this. I could remove that one. That's on a different layer. Is that a slightly better placement for them? I thought the music was Minecraft cave sounds. I mean, how this track starts, I can see that. Maybe this works better for the ears? Readability works better. I think. Still needs more to play with. Hmm. Hmm. It's an improvement. Would he collect D20s? He'd probably be curious about them, I think. He's never played D&D before. I don't think he quite understands. Like, he'll have seen things like that, but not have a full context for it. Because he's never really known anyone who does. Who is, like, into D&D. There's just never been the opportunity to learn about it. Thinking like the ear flopped to the side slightly. Does that kind of work? Can move this down a little bit. This one's still way too blocky. It might need to be rotated slightly. What if we have the left side go up by 1? See, that already changes the silhouette. That helps with readability. It starts to look less like his ears. Oops. Sorry for like crash zooming in and out so much, but it really helps with pixel stuff to try and see it at much lower resolutions. Where do I sign? The idea of all of Mage's demi-humans all playing D&D together. I wonder, interestingly, which of them will just go, yeah, I'll play as a human, please. That'll be fresh and new for me. It helps ears a bit. I could use... Let's try the lighter color as just like 1 dot highlights. That makes it look like it's part of the ear fluff. That might work. That one looks okay. Maybe this? I think that kind of works. It does look playful. He does look. Okay, I'm gonna go through all the different layers and see which is which and which needs to be collated together at this point. Yeah, we could bung those two together. Hair, which hair is that? That's the old test hair, we can get rid of that. For some reason, the colour's up here. Copy that. Get rid of that. Put that back there, where it's supposed to be. Ear fluff. Little bit of ear fluff. So this is the hair outline, because this was like the original hair. Do I use this one at all now? Yes. Yes, I do. So I could mix this into this one. I'll just grab that. Fill this in on the upper hair layer. And then we can get rid of this layer. Yep. Whoop. Right, let's jump from the... Yeah, these ears definitely look a lot better, don't they? Oh. Good night, Ing Requiem. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you have a good evening. Oof. Lady Marion, oh my gosh. Like my personal laptop and not the works laptop. Alright, so you got both and you've fixed which one you're supposed to have. Okay. That could have been bad. Okay, so the problem is that we've got some outline on the hair on this layer, but also this layer. So this has the lighter outline for the ponytail. And just the ponytail. Yeah. And this has the outline for... Oh, wait, no. No. Ooh, no. It's also got these ones as well. Get rid of that. Grab, thank you. I should figure out what the short hotkeys are. K and P. That's so awkward. Especially because K is on the left, but it's the one on the right. And P is on the right of the keyboard, and it's the one on the left. Okay, we'll put the outlines on here. And there, and these two here. Now this has the brown outlines for the upper hair, and this one has them for the lower hair, for the ponytail. The right one pack now. Phew. What if we use this brown as like a shadow? Is that too close? That could work actually. That might work. This should be more of a point. So what if... That's a better shape, do we think? That's a better shape. Anyway, we're getting into details of the hair when we haven't really sorted out the rest of it. I'm going to change the background color real quick. Let's have this be a little bit darker. And just a shade more saturated. A little bit warmer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, guess what? Where is it? Where is it? No! Okay, yeah, I have broken the hydrate button. I have broken it. I'll have to fix that later. I cast hydrate. I cast hydrate in everyone. I'll have to fix that. Actually, I'll create another tab. I'll see if I can fix it now. Actually, no, because I've just had a drink right now, and I know what will happen if I do fix it. Okay, let's see if we can fix the hand a bit. Because this is still sort of test shape. It was mostly there. It's now filled in too much. I'm tempted to just, like, do that and then chisel out the shape. Rather than trying to go pixel by pixel to build up the shape. More! Water isn't real, that's a scam created by the bank to destroy the moon. Yeah, having a slight purple tint to the black, I think, works quite nicely. Right. Draw a whole bunch of that, and then go to this one. Right, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna blob the hand for now. And try to chisel it down instead. Because like the outline will mostly be rounded, and the detail will be inside the. Is he using the right? Yeah, he's using the correct. It's like, is the thumb pointing the right way for a second? Back to here. Oop. Yeah, that is wrong. Right, I'm actually going to grab all of that from that layer and then mix it down into this one. So now both the colors are on the same layer, and that'll make it a little bit easier to edit in. So like there? And maybe between the fingers. Well, that doesn't help at all. That does not help at all. What? 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 What the hell are raids? I've been gone from this platform for so long. Pepper Wentz, thank you for raiding with a party of 13 viewers. I've never been raided before. Blinking heck. Hello, everyone. I entirely forgot this was a feature. I've been gone from this platform for like 5 or 6 years, and a lot of the things on Twitch now, I've got no idea. Hello, I'm Mitch or Mage. I'm not an artist, and I'm doing my absolute level best. welcome everyone. Pepper Wentz and Pablo Sorio SSBB, welcome. Thank you so much for following. Annie, no. Annie, no. You tell lies. Yeah, I'm doing my best to pixel draw a thing for the lad's birthday tomorrow. That definitely doesn't work. That definitely doesn't work. Bit like that. It's a bit more blob obscure, but it kind of works a little bit better. Lantern Skites and Creamy Milkies, welcome so much. Thank you for following. Everyone who's just dropped by new, this is kind of a new platform. This is literally my first, my third stream on Twitch. But yeah, if you type colon and then Mitch, we do have a few emotes made by the amazing Alex Ray for all followers, and I'll be setting up more in the future. Just noticed that big tail, nice model. Thank you so much. All credit to my good friend Kiwi Kiwi for the design, the art, and the rigging on this model. It's such a huge, fluffy, cuddly tail. Maybe we just need to extend the fingers a bit. Maybe just like there. And like there a bit. I don't like it. It's like a hard separation between the fingers. Like the W shape doesn't help. Tail goose swish. Big tails certainly in demand. Heck yeah. Hmm. Subvel, no. We could round that off a bit. That's a bit more like a. That's a bit more of a hand shape. It's definitely too thin here now, as a result. Oops. Oh, that one. That one's on the different layer. That's the one. Maybe that? Maybe one more pixel up. Nope, that looks wrong entirely. Mitch cast fireball. Wrong color. He does. We might not have enough space to add them in on here. It might be. We might be able to like fit 1 or 2 pixels, but it'll be kind of like around here. Unless we like animate them and put them over the hair. But there's so much going on with the eyes, the hair, and the mask as well that it's a little bit tricky. I was a little bit thrown that people actually raided. Thank you so much for dropping by. I never expected that to happen. Wrong layer. Figure out the thumb pad. For the almighty Thea. This definitely extends too far down, actually. Maybe that? Maybe that works? Let's crop it down a little bit and see if that helps. No. Okay, we'll try a little bit of the body as well. Maybe we could bring this down a little bit like that. Leave some of it in as shadow. We can also use the brown. So we can use that as a bit of a oops, wrong layer. As like a highlighter bit like this as we go. Just an example. That'll add a bit of depth. We can come back to that nearer the end. Need to fix that. I never got around to fixing this bit. I think that looks okay. We're coming with... Extend the ponytail a little bit. So maybe it's a bit more of a point this way? Or is that too much? Don't want it to touch the bottom. I want it to be a separation with the shirt. With the hoodie. That kind of works. I like that. Maybe... Whoops. Yeah, this layer, please. Come on. That layer, yes. And something else is on top. That's the one. Oi. This layer. Here it is. Okay. Back down to here. And fill in there. Okay. That works, I think. One bit more dither there. No. No. Yeah. Maybe have a dither up there. No, it looks a bit weird with that one. Have a bit more of a separation. Okay. Mitch's commenting. Yeah! Oh, save. Everyone else who's arting as well, save. Does this need to be a little bit squarer? There's the hand on. We can, of course, have the lighter colours on the outsides. But I usually leave those details for later. Maybe they'll actually help bring it together here. There's occasional bits of the lighter colour on the outside. Maybe? That last one doesn't help, but that's too blocky. If you get this question correct, you get a cookie. What is the being that is the moon? No cookie for me. You know I'm not answering that. How tall is this image? 36. Okay. So I was right to go with 48 instead of 32. And... Maybe. Just need more detail there. Yeah. Because it's not like directly the image of a hand, but you because it's such low resolution, it forces your brain to sort of fill in the details for you. And I feel like that's why a lot of artists say, you know, the sketch art ended up looking better than the finished thing, which might not necessarily be the case, but sometimes it feels that way because sketch art is less detailed, it's less precise, and that forces your brain to fill in those details for you. Hmm. That helps, actually. That helps. No, that's too much now. Hmm. Does Mitch have feet toe beans? Asking for my drawing. Give me a sec. I'll bring up some refs because it is different depending on the artist. And like the most important thing to remember always is is to turn off anything that could be downloading things during streams. I'll just shut my Xbox off. That might be why we were dropping frames earlier from network. That might have been it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Here. I'll bring up some refs. Because like the most important thing is like never feel like you have to be spot on to like this is on model, the thing has to be on model. You're an artist. Do art. You know, make your own thing. Redesign a character. One of the absolute coolest pieces of art of Mitch was one where someone just made up their own design and it didn't match anything else. They didn't follow any references. It was entirely original. I was like, what the hell? This is cool. So I am never going to be like, oh, this isn't on model or anything ridiculous like that. If you've got an image in your head, go for it. Absolutely go for it. I've got kind of an image like, so if I ever commission art, I've got something in my head for what I want to go with, of course. But it's I love leaving things like that to the artist. I'll bring up some where we can see him though, and I'll try to get the idea across. Do do do. Bum, bum. Oh, someone leaving. Oh, Maya, sorry. Take care. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you've had fun. Have a good evening. There's that one. I've just got like a massive folder that's entirely unsorted. Every time someone sends me out, I'm like, oh my god, I am saving this so I never lose it. And I think that's the ones I was looking for. Yeah. Okay, and jumping back in now. Hello. missed a lot of comments there, sorry. Friend asked me to edit their essay and send me the entire B movie script. Jeez. Why is Jesse on your shoulder? Jesse jumped in earlier, and I thought I'd put the little chibi Jessie on my shoulder because she had to dip out real quick. Power of an artist's creative vision. 100%. 100%. So yeah, what I'm about to say isn't like this is like you have to follow this. I'm just bringing up references of what other artists have done, some of which I had input on, and some of which was entirely the artists doing their own thing. So Ace of Space's original art kind of inspired the general theme of Mitch, and this is kind of what I've got in my head. It's more animalistic sort of feet from like around the ankle, like just above the ankle and ends down. Day's version of Mitch has somewhat more like canine paws, so 100% sort of like toe beans. This is the one that the Bourbons made for the channel banner. Like more contrasty. So I had input on this one, and this was similar in style to the one that the Ace of Space made, whereas like he's like mostly anthropoid human structure, but the feet become more animal style from the ankle down. And oh my gosh, was this I think this was Bumblebee? I think Bumblebee on Tumblr. Kind of very, very similar as well. So more like animal style from the just above the ankle down. So if this helps for like references of what other artists have done sort of style wise, I kind of headcanon basically the Ace of Space style, and the others are quite similar as well. So yeah, if this kind of helped, because like in part 2, I think right at the start is like, yeah, I went outside without any shoes. What's wrong with that? He doesn't need them. So kind of toe beans, but not pink toe beans like in there's quite common in a lot of like does Lucario have pink toe beans, that sort of thing? Mitch doesn't have them. It's a lot more muted. But that's kind of what I have in mind. But again, if you want to make art, you're in charge. You don't have to follow and be like on model. Oh, actually, while I'm here, while I'm showing off other artists out, like I don't post, oh, I saw this, here's the artist onto like socials or in the Discord or anything. I would rather leave the artist to post, and then if I see it, I'll share it as well. But while we're here, like I absolutely love bringing. Look what this person did. Look what they did. The one that I had in mind was something that someone sent on the Discord server right near the start of when it was made. Oh gosh, do I still have it? Yes. So this is an interpretation of oh, I'll just close that. This is an interpretation of Mitch by Razinka the Brave. That is entirely separated from on model, and I love it. I really want to stress this because I've never seen it direct from other creators, but I have come across people who are fans of other creators who have run into this as a thing that people have said, where creators are some and rarely have been on record as being like, if you make art, it has to follow the model, and not wanting people to make things that go off model. Like, I don't want to say too much about that because like this isn't a drama thing, but yeah, that kind of thing sucks. And I never want people to feel that way. Like, if you have an idea in mind, even if a character has a canon design, but you have a different thing in mind, do it. Just, I'm going to keep this one actually up for to see how the highlights of the ears work, because that could be something I could pull from actually. But yeah, do it. Like, don't feel you have to follow the canon. Don't feel you have to follow the, like, even with lore, with headcanon stuff. I love hearing about that. That's the cool part of being a fan of things. I know because I'm a fan of things too. I'm part of this community too. I follow other audio creators too. That's the fun stuff. Um, both from me as a listener and me as a creator. So, um, yeah, scripts, yeah. And I I remember a friend before we became friends asking me about that, like, is it okay if I post things of this kind? It was like, absolutely. And then they explained that it's because they'd run into someone before who was um much more strict on you have to follow uh and like be on model if you're going to make like fan stuff. Like, sod that. Absolutely not. Sod that. This art here is 100% off model, and it is awesome. Shout out to Razinka the Brave for making this. But yeah, I wanted to stress that because I feel it's important. Okay, come back to the hand because that needs more thought. Hmm. Maybe if it's the ring finger goes up a little bit as well, and we round the outline. I keep moving while I click, so I get back to the same tool. Maybe that works a bit better. No, having separated fingers like that, I've never. Might be worth bringing up. Um, so I do kind of have like the Gen 2 Pokemon style in mind. I should go Pokemon Gold. So we'll see there's something I can see how it's been solved. I want trainer sprites. We'll just go to gold and silver first. Gold, not 3DS. Oh, it's a theme. Ah, it's a very clackety keyboard. Okay, how do I get to return to game? There we go. Tail is so scraggly. I love that design. Virtual oh friggin' hell. Okay, we'll do this manually. There we go. Characters. Copy image. Now we can zoom in properly. Do we have any characters that are waving? So the hands are definitely a lot thicker than I was going for. These are these 64? 50, 58, 56. Strange number, but okay. I'm really excited for Phase 4 of the channel as well. I run into a bit of a block on the next audio. So I know I've done it once already, and I said it wouldn't happen again. I might need to bring another audio forwards, because Vampire Hunter 5 is going to be like, start of Phase 4 and start of the rebrand. and it might take me a bit longer to like unstick from where I am, and I don't want to. Oh, it's been way too long since the last audio anyway, so I've kind of got myself stuck in a rut where I've got. I wanted all this stuff to like happen all at the same time, especially with a rebrand, and just got myself stuck in a bit of a corner. Imagine if the rebrand has moon theming with ARG components. There will be more Cypher stuff going forward when we directly see more from, especially from the facility. We will be seeing stuff like that again. So I don't see anyone like waving as like a direct guide. All of the hands are definitely bigger than I was going for. So like it's 2 pixels wide generally per finger. I guess this is sort of like the size, but we only see really 2 fingers here. That's the same sort of resolution we were working on. But yeah. So I might need to make the hand slightly larger. But it's kind of the right size here, isn't it? If anything, I'd have gone slightly smaller just because like the arm was already the perfect like size. I think I would need to shorten it though. Like bring it down a pixel. See if this helps a bit. Something about this just not working, is it? Maybe by having more of a dither like this, it makes it less clear, and so your brain starts to fill in the details a bit more? Yeah, actually, already that works a bit better, doesn't it? How about that? It's a bit closer to it. Right? Just shift that one pixel down. Okay, what do you think of that? There's a bit of this that doesn't quite work for that one finger. The problem is if I have this be the same height, that looks really weird right next to the middle finger, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks better than this. Okay, I'll extend this part of the hand by 1 pixel just to give the thumb pad a bit of breathing room. Okay, that works a bit better. Oops. Has a better silhouette. Will we cut any out from here? This works for the silhouette better, because then there's 2 pixels on either side, but it works less well for the details because it cuts directly onto the middle finger. What if we change that? this versus this. This versus this. With the divot or without? This and this. Bubble, it doesn't. It is close. I agree it's close. Yeah. Don't refer to what I'm saying as remotely close to expertise. My goodness. Does that help? That does help a bit. What if we invert these? It's getting less and less clear now. Stretch. Everyone join in. Okay. I think that's the best we've got so far. Guess the index finger will be lower, so we'll have the highlight on that finger, and then have both of these dark. Right? No, we do need a highlight on that as well. That works a bit better. Rather than it being mirrored. We could make it 1 pixel higher. And see how that helps. Oops. Does this start to help? Do we think? Do we have a bit more of a better silhouette with the extra breathing room here? Come on, there we go. A little less noise there, which might help. Something about this no longer works. Oh. We're getting closer. I feel like we're definitely getting closer. It's a bit too heavy. These can now go up a little bit. It's got more of a palm. That looks nicer. That looks nicer. This is an odd sort of shape. What if... Oops, hang on, how was it before? It was like this. So what if they were like that? So how does... It's not quite... There's something about having three sharp lines like that just doesn't quite work, does it? If we did a here... It's like the fingers aren't going to be directly upwards, they're going to be slightly diagonal. Especially around here. Too much noise there, but we're closer. Fingies. That's definitely going to be the most difficult part. Drawing hands at like 12 by 12. Right. What else can we do while we're here? I might have to call it soon. I'm going a little while. I'm getting a little bit sleepy. Drawing hands is a nightmare. Yep. Yep. I've heard all too well. Let's improve that a little bit. It's a hoodie, so the HUD would sort of go a bit like that. That's more of a hoodie, sort of. That reads better, doesn't it? Does he have drawstrings? He doesn't. I might add the submarine to the chest, even though it's not normally there. Just because we don't see the shorts in this design. That doesn't read at all. What do we put it sticking out from the hair? That kind of reads like the submarine logo, right? Like a circle with 3 strokes. Um, I guess, yeah. But sort of like make the outline a lot thicker, and then have a bit more of a this sort of thing going on. See, it's better being simpler here, but again, it's just this sort of castle shape does not work. Do that. Looks uneven, but it's closer. We are narrowing in. Good night, Mutant Nature. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you have a good evening. Oop. Is that on my end? Oh, God. Welcome back. Come on. Okay. I could just bring the, yeah, I might just bring the outline and make it a lot thicker and incoherent, so you sort of have to fill in the details yourself. That kind of works a bit better, I think. Right, so the arm is... So all of the arm is here, apart from that. Please. Okay, let's draw the arm all on one layer. So what don't we have? Need to get that bit. Okay. Oops. Now we can grab all of this. Or shift it down a bit. And erase this bit first. Okay. I had a tiny bit selected here, so the eraser did nothing. Okay, take 2. There we go. And move this down a little bit. Hang on. It is not doing anything? Oh, the eraser opacity is 0. That's why. Okay. I just thought I drew... Ah. And the pencil opacity was 0, so nothing happened anyway. Try that again. Okay. And we draw it on this? Yes. Okay. No, is this one? Yep. On this layer, move it down. Better. And I forgot to erase. And erase. Okay. Now we grab... Now we grab this. Grab a little bit more. Shorten the arm a little bit. That's better proportioned, isn't it? A little bit better than here. Does it just need to go over 1? Stretch. He's stretching himself. Yeah, actually, I don't want to lower it too much. I think maybe just one closer kind of helps. Oop. Okay, that's a bit more of a better separation. That makes it look a bit more like a sleeve. And we can also use this color as some detail on the hoodie, just so it looks slightly darker than the than the background. Yeah. Have a bit more on the top because that's where the light will be. That way around? No. We can raise a little bit of it. Something like that? We have a bit of black in between. Now down here. Yeah. That works a bit better. Okay, okay. Now if I remove the hair. So we need a bit of the light separation between the ponytail and this, because this won't really work, will it? No. Yeah, that smudges all together. Like that. That kind of reads still as being part of the clothes. I don't want too much of the brown around here because that's where his other hand is. Which layer is that on? Fluff is down on this layer. We might do a separate layer just for this extra hand because that's in front of everything. Oop. Wrong layer anyway. Oops. That versus that. That's better, isn't it, actually? Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works. Let's also have one of these in the... No, no, that doesn't work at all. Okay, right. I'm going to pause here. I think this is probably a good place to give it a break for now. We are close to being done, though. Right, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a break, and I think this is probably the best place to give the to end the stream because we are getting quite late now. We're going for something like 3 hours? What can I say? Oh my gosh, yeah, almost 3 hours. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for joining me, everyone. But yeah, I think it's probably the best place to have a break for now. I'll probably finish the rest of this off. Probably probably tonight before bed because his birthday is tomorrow. um, so yeah, genuinely, thank you so much for your help as well in your feedback in trying to piece together the best way of especially especially the hands. This has come out way better than I was expecting when I was thinking of doing this as an idea. So thank you all so much for your help with this. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I really hope you've had fun, and yeah, you'll have a good evening. I might be streaming in the week, especially now I'm feeling better. Current plan is at least one stream a week in the weekends, and I might just jump in and do streams at any point, any other time as well. We're partway through Majora's, which has been a lot of fun, and we also have we played Minecraft the first time on the first time we streamed here on Twitch, and that was more fun than I was anticipating. So we'll probably jump back in with Minecraft at some point as well. I don't anticipate doing more art streams, but maybe, because honestly this was fun. But this has been more difficult than the previous ones I've done. just including the hand alone has been much more complicated, and the hair was quite complicated as well. But I'm really happy with how this has been going. But I think you're drawing it. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much for dropping by. Hope you'll have a good evening, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye.